It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about Crispr stock, or ticker symbol CRSP. This is a biotechnology that focuses on genetic editing. They just won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry Award for this technology, and this is the first stock in the biotech sector that I ever traded a few years back. All right, so we talk about biotechs all the time on this channel. I'm very excited to introduce you guys to the biotech that introduced me to that sector, which is Crispr. We're going to keep this video pretty simple. We will, of course, take a look at Crispr on TradingView, take a look at the charts, give you guys my technical breakdown of it, let you guys know what I'm thinking in terms of future potential price action, and we'll also take a look at this article titled Genome Editing Breakthrough Awarded Chemistry Nobel Prize. All right, so this goes into the Nobel Prize that was just won for CRISPR technology, but more importantly breaks down in a very digestible way what CRISPR is as a technology and what makes it so revolutionary. Okay, so of course we will kick it off with this, but before we get into it, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I appreciate you. Okay, so again, Genome Editing Breakthrough Awarded Chemistry Nobel Prize is a great article. Bloomberg, Veronica Eck, and Nicholas Rollander. Shout out to the authors. Technology now widely used in laboratories spawned companies. Doudna and Charpentier, you guys, I'm going to say it like that. Please roast me in the comments. Charpentier, I'm not going to say Charpentier. Credited for key work in development. All right, so Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for their work in developing CRISPR, a method for editing genes that allows scientists to rewrite DNA of any living organism. Deemed a genetic scissors for its ability to excise flawed bits of DNA, the technique has sped biomedical investigations around the world and given hope of treating or curing dozens of rare diseases. This technology has had a revolutionary impact on the life sciences, is contributing to new cancer therapies, and may make the dream of curing inherited diseases come true, the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences say Wednesday. The rare award of the Chemistry Prize to two women crowns them as the innovators in a field whose origins have been hotly debated, with other researchers laying claim to have done the key work. The technique itself has spawned both hope and controversy as ethicists are warned about the potential impact of its use in humans. So you guys, I'm sure all of you have heard of CRISPR at this point. I don't know how many of you have actually dug into it, but the majority of the headlines over the years in regard to CRISPR have been, oh, they're going to make babies 10 feet tall and have icy blue eyes and blonde hair, or whatever, icy blue eyes and like green hair or something, whatever. It's the more vanity metric things that you can change about humans, about whatever you want, okay? And that is capable of CRISPR. That is definitely capable further down the line once this technology continues to develop, but that's not in my mind, at least, and in the mind of the majority of the people. Like the majority of the people working on this are good people. They're good people with their correct intentions to, again, cure diseases that don't have cures right now. Imagine a baby, you know your baby's going to be born with birth defects, and with CRISPR you have the ability to give them a great life. I'm not saying you can't have a great life. I don't want to get into those weeds, but you guys, you can cure things that are incurable now and like it's not even on the table to cure them, and it's done with this technology. Okay, so that's why I really got into it a few years back. I've been interested with this technology for years. That's why I started trading. You guys know I never trade things that I don't at least appreciate fundamentally or think there's potential there fundamentally. And CRISPR is an absolute revolution. Again, another thing you guys know we like on this channel is revolutionary industries that are really breaking down walls and moving forward, pushing humanity forward. And CRISPR is like the definition of that, especially when it comes to biotech. Okay, so super exciting stock. Let's move on here. And two women won this too. Okay, we'll look further down in the article. I think they're 2 of 5 who have ever won this Nobel Prize Award. So props to them. Girl power. Right? Okay, so CRISPR is based on a rudimentary bacterial immune system that Japanese scientists first noticed more than 30 years ago. The system destroys pathogens by cutting the DNA of invaders using enzymes called Cas nucleases, Cas9 being the most widely studied. Charpentier directed the Max Planck Unit for Science and Pathogens in Berlin, was credited by the Nobel Committee for a discovery of a molecule called tracker RNA and its role in the bacterial immune system. CRISPR allows scientists to add and subtract DNA from the genomes of all sorts of organisms. It's being used to engineer crops such as wheat, rice, and tomatoes that are resistant to bacteria, fungi, and viruses. It's been employed to make mosquitoes that are incapable of carrying deadly malaria. Okay, so this is a kind of a good way to think of it. I can't remember the name of that movie with Jamie Foxx that was just released on Netflix. The one where they have the pill that gives you features of certain animals. That's pretty much what CRISPR is. Okay, so God, what's something I can think of right off my bat? You guys know the sea bear? I don't know if you guys know this, the little sea bear, the ones that are super resilient, like heat resistance, cold resistance, they live for a super long time. Just for a fun analogy here, if you took some of the DNA from that, which I'm not saying is even possible, but again, you guys, just a fun analogy. If you took the DNA from that and say applied it to a human, then I mean you'd have a very indestructible, almost immortal human. Okay, so again, that's just super far. That's probably never going to happen. Hey, maybe it might. I don't know what this technology is capable of personally, but that's just a fun way to think about it. You can take certain genetic elements from certain things, apply it to other things. Obviously, they have to be similar enough genetically for that to apply and actually cross over. But the potential here is very exciting. Just very like basic, from curing diseases like even before humans are born, curing those type of diseases that are incurable after birth, to just things like, again, engineering crops like wheat and rice that are resistant to bacteria. Okay, so that's super important from a farming perspective. The technology here is what's important. Okay, so the technology reaches so far and there's so much opportunity with it. Kind of stumbling over my words, just trying to think of what to say, because there's so many things, there's so much potential for this, but that's why it's exciting. There's enormous power in this genetic tool, which affects us all, says Klaus Gustafsson. Shout out, you guys, I'm just having fun here. Chair of the Nobel Committee for Chemistry, it has not only revolutionized basic science, but also resulted in innovative crops and will lead to groundbreaking new medical treatment. So that's like, this was said way, like exactly how I wanted to say it, but just stumbled all over the place and rambled. But perfectly said, there's enormous power in this genetic tool, which affects us all. There's so much potential in this technology, you guys. It's such a cool technology, and that's why I personally like it. And that's, again, you guys, why it was the first biotechnology company that I ever traded. Speaking of trading, let's take a look at the charts here. So CRISPR is like following a very, very just clean uptrend. Okay, so it actually did break the trend back in early September, so just about a month ago. CRISPR broke this nice channel upwards, so this nice beam channel, like upward trend channel, and it broke out of that, and it has since been using that line that it once used to support. You guys, again, technical analysis 101, broke this line of support that it held since those March lows, broke it, started to use it as resistance, and just today, upon this news of the Nobel Prize Award, it broke right out of that. So just to give you guys like a pretty short to medium term estimate on where CRISPR could potentially go. Remember, you guys, I'm not saying this is going to happen or not. CRISPR could absolutely tank. I'm personally bullish on it from a technical perspective, though. So because CRISPR is now back in this channel, you guys, it looks like we could for sure see CRISPR come up to retest this area that was once an area of resistance. Okay, so you can see CRISPR rallied. It reached a high back in late August at about $105. Since then, it's corrected, along with a lot of the rest of the biotech sector. Okay, so it's corrected again. It now has broken back into this channel. So for that reason, because it's now back in this channel, it wouldn't surprise me at all. On top of this very fundamental, like very great fundamental news, again, with this Nobel Prize, it's going to turn a lot of heads towards CRISPR and the again, just the fundamental technology of the value that this technology can provide. And that, I believe, along with the technicals, will easily drive it to once again retest this area that acted as a very strong area of resistance on a very strong uptrend. Okay, so CRISPR is still an uptrend. You can consider this right here as a higher low as well from right here. So you got a higher low, and I would expect a higher high, you guys, if this plays out. And again, you guys, I'm not saying this is going to play out wherever. I do think it'll test this line at some point. Obviously, the further out this line expands, the higher the price it will test. But it wouldn't surprise me at all to see CRISPR test this line, which if we reach it, say, by the end of the month, beginning of November, it would bring CRISPR up to $130. Okay, so again, you guys, I'm not going to say that's going to happen. Not making any promises here. You guys know that. But CRISPR looks very bullish. Again, you guys, I'm very, very bullish on it long term. This is, to be completely honest, one of my long-term holdings. Shout out to the portfolio group. You guys know that this has been in my portfolio for a long time, and it will be in my long-term portfolio for a very long time as well, just because, again, you guys, the technology here is super exciting. All right, so I think we'll call it there, you guys. Again, just short-term price projection. I do think it could easily, CRISPR over time could reach at least $130. That's my call. That's my take. Always remember, you guys, I could be wrong. But I hope you guys appreciated this. Again, if you guys do want to know exactly how I'm trading CRISPR, Editas, I'm excited to talk to you guys about that in the future as well. I'm not going to cover it today, but Editas uses CRISPR technology, and they're a company that actually applies it. So we'll talk to you guys about that one in the future as well. Excited about that. Once again, shout out to the portfolio group there. But if you want to know how I'm trading those two, as well as literally every other play that I have in my biotech in my biotech basket, as well as literally every other basket: cryptos, gold, silver. I diversify, you guys. So if you want to know exactly what I'm trading, how I'm trading, when I trade what, my complete portfolio daily newsletter down below, complete breakdown of my entire portfolio, updated every trading day. With every one of those updates, I send out an email newsletter rationalizing my thoughts and just giving you guys my real-time thoughts on the overall markets. Okay. So again, first link in the description. Really appreciate it if you check that out. Please let me know down below as well what you think about Crispr, if you're invested in Crispr, if you've been turned on to Crispr like I have for a while, or if you've just gotten introduced to Crispr, because that would make me even more stoked, because that's what I really want to do, you guys. I want to introduce you guys to cool, revolutionary technologies or just industries that I'm personally interested in, and hopefully just, again, turn you guys on to doing more research and due diligence for yourself. All right, so I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, you guys, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.